I'm back now. Let us go ahead with the execution of script. So we were going to type the command for executing our test suite. Command for executing our test suite using Selenium remote control. Okay. Java -jar space. I'm just typing out the command. Okay. See this command, Java -jar Java space -jar space Selenium server standalone .jar. Okay. This is one important command because this is the one which initiates the Selenium server. I want you all to follow it clearly. Okay, please follow it clearly. Now this is the one which executes the server, okay, and makes the server live. Okay, let us try this command first to see what happens. Let us try this command first to see what happens. You all know that inside this directory right now I have my jar file. Okay, I have my jar file right here. I'm going to perform that command here. Type it and then execute it. Selenium server standalone .jar. I'm going to type enter. The moment I type enter, okay, the moment I type enter, there is a series of statements which are printed. Okay, it says that launching a standalone server. Okay, which means the Selenium remote control server is up and running right now. Okay, it is up and running right now in our port 4444. I hope you guys have an understanding about port numbers and everything. Okay, in my system, in my laptop, the Selenium server is running on the port number 4444. This is what happens when I execute this command, Java -jar standalone server standalone. This is called initiating or invoking the server. Okay, whenever we try to execute scripts through Eclipse, we should make sure that this has been started. Okay, that is the reason I executed this command separately. And you should know about what happens if it is executed. That is why this has been shown. Now let me stop it. To stop it, you can press the keyboard shortcut Control C. You can press the keyboard shortcut Control plus C, which means break the operation. Okay. Now back to our test suite execution. Java -jar Selenium server standalone. Okay. Now I'm going to start passing parameters. I'll say -html suite and say star Firefox. Okay, I have added two more parameters here. Java -jar is used for invoking jar files. Okay, Java -jar is used for invoking jar files. Now the jar file has been passed as the first argument or a parameter. Okay, you can say whatever you want. It can be an argument or it can be a parameter. Whenever it is a function which is passed in application level, we say it as a parameter, but this is passed in OS level because we are directly passing a command to the operating system. I can call it as an argument. Okay, so first argument is Selenium Server standalone. Second is HTML suite. Okay, which means I am going to execute a HTML based suite. Okay, remember the coding we saw when we tried to open the test suite which we created? Okay, raise your hand if you remember that. What was the code you saw when we tried to open this test case in Notepad++? Right now I am displaying it in my window. What is this you see? It is a HTML based code, an XML representation of our test suite. Okay, now that is what I am saying right here. Okay, if you do not understand it, please let you ask questions, because these are very critical to understand Selenium. Okay, that is why so much effort is put on explanation of this single command, HTML suite. Okay, which means I'm going to pass a suite which is a HTML based suite, and Firefox is the browser which it should use. So that is why I'm naming it as star Firefox. This is just a syntax. You may ask why you are putting a star. This is just a syntax. The next thing, which means the fourth argument which I'm going to pass, is http://examples.codecharge.com. One sec. Examples.codecharge.com. Okay, I think it is examples, correct? It is not example, right? Okay, examples. That's right. So examples.codecharge.com. Next one is our suite name. I'm going to make a single modification in my test suite. I'm going to name it as .html. I'm renaming the file as .html. Okay, so whenever I double click it, it directly opens it in the HTML browser. Did you notice what happened here? Did you notice what happened here? Hernandez, I do not understand your question. So this is the HTML suite, and I'm having 3 test cases which are linked. Okay, now I want you to correlate between the ideas of what happens when you open the test suite in IDE. All these 3 test cases are displayed, and whenever I open it using the browser, I see these three links. Okay, which means I'll be able to navigate